companies are selling a lash kit, like a cleansing kit, and telling the consumers, lash artists, to put their own sticker on the bottle.
I don't think that all these lash artists that buy these kits and pop their own stickers on realise that it's literally illegal to do.
Because then they are then liable, because their sticker then goes onto this bottle and they're then responsible for if anything goes wrong, their name's on that product.
Exactly, like obviously I wouldn't expect like their everyday lash tech to know any better.
Yeah.
So when these big companies are selling these concentrates or whatever it is and saying, yeah, you can use this because it's our brand so you don't have to do anything. Right, that's your brand, but the second someone else puts their sticker on it, it's their name, it's their product that they're selling. They'll be like, oh yeah, just pop it in a bottle and like get stickers printed and put it on. Well, one, they're not telling them that they need the ingredients list on it. Two, they need insurance to sell that product under their name and all this other stuff. And these big brands are just not, they're literally just not telling the lash artists all these things.
That's what I mean, like there's so many legals that goes behind the scenes, and say obviously if me and you was in Backlash today, we wouldn't have a clue. Like, and me, I just think it's so unfair, because if I was the lash artist, I wouldn't know all these facts, and I wouldn't even know that it would be me that would be liable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just think, oh yeah, it's fine because I'm gonna put my trust into this lash brand who's telling me to do this, but they're not telling me, like behind the scenes, it's me there, not them, that would get into trouble.
And the thing is, well, it's not like these big lash brands don't know. They'd have had to go
fully
through
know.
Yeah, they'd have had to go through it themselves with every single product that they've made, with every single glue and primer. I mean, if they haven't, that's a whole other issue. But they should have gone through all those steps themselves. They should be clued up enough to know.
Literally, it's like these lash brands, all they've got in their head is like ching, 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 like the money, but they're not looking, and they're not looking after the consumer who's putting their trust into them. Like, it's all well and good, because do you know what, to be fair, I have seen certain lash brands that are selling the concentrate but then also selling their sticker, which is also something that we've been looking into. But if you go down that route, that's completely fine then, because it's still got the person who's made the concentrate's name on the bottle. They're not saying put your own sticker on. Lashes by Danielle, don't go like, do you know what I mean?
100%. And like I said earlier, obviously with the ingredients and things like that, like God forbid, touch wood, like anything were to happen, say Sally down the road has bought this lash concentrate, has been told, oh, you can order your own bottles off AliExpress and get your own stickers printed off, pop them on. She's let someone use this. God forbid someone then has like an allergic reaction or something even worse. She's liable. Like that person who's used that can say, well, it's her product, it's got her name on it. Literally. Why doesn't she know what ingredients are on it? Why doesn't it say on the bottle what ingredients are on it? Why don't I know where it was made, what it was made with? And as much as they can be like, well, I bought it from this lash brand, but once you put your sticker on it, that lash brand, they've got nothing to do with it then.
There wouldn't even be a batch code on it.
No.
To even trace it back if something did happen, when it got made, the dates, like there's nothing on there. Like, so legally, it's not even a legal thing for them to do then, to put their sticker on, because they're not covered. Even insurance-wise, they wouldn't be covered.
This is what I mean. And not only that, like you said, you need a specific insurance to sell.
Yeah.
So this lash tech might have their like public liability insurance and their treatment insurance, but they've not got insurance to sell cosmetics, like things like that go on the face. So they're then opening themselves up to this big kind of being liable, being able to be sued, having no clue where they actually stand in the situation, because these big brands aren't telling them when they should be. I think there is such a big case of like, not even misinformation, like it's not misinformation,
Doing it on purpose.
It's leaving out information on purpose to benefit themselves, because there's no way, like if someone messages us and they've got our product, you know, we can send them over the ingredients list if they want the ingredients list. Yeah. They want this, they want that, we can say, you know, what batch number's on it, we can check if there's an issue with the batch, blah, 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 blah. But again, say Sally down the road, someone messages them and it's like, I used your eyelash cleanser and this has happened. Okay, now what?
That's what I mean. Like, why are people not taking it seriously? Because this is the eye area that we're talking about. Like, worst comes to worst, like, not worst comes to worst, but the worst case scenario is that someone can go blind.
Yeah.
This is the eyes. Like, we're not just talking about putting something in your arms, do you know what I mean? It's literally somebody's eyes, and they're not taking it seriously, and it's not fair. And then it's also not fair then on the lash artist, who's then deemed liable, that doesn't even know. Like, they're literally just vulnerable. Like, these big lash companies are using, well, they're literally preying, aren't they, on vulnerable people that don't know.
100%. I just think generally, aside from this, like we said, there is a big epidemic at the moment in the lash community of misinformation, wrong information, leaving out information when it comes to all kinds of things, and I think it really needs to be addressed. And that instead of, people won't say anything, like we're saying something now because they know they're guilty of those things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you know you're innocent, you know you've got all your bases covered, there's no reason not to educate people. But people don't want to do that because they know that they're guilty of all the things we're saying.
Well, I just hope that from this video and from this discussion, someone's going to watch this and be like, wow, I didn't know, and I'm not going to do it. And at least now that they know.